gentlemen, welcome to the Soul Logistic Radio Show, Monday morning quarterback. I'm your host, Doug Evans, the unknown icon, riding shotgun, the minister of information, the straw that stirs the drink. Fat Tommy, what's popping, man?
What's going on, Doug Evans? Listen, can we stir the drink just a little bit? I
What
just
up?
have one question.
What up?
I can't let Stephen A go, man. Stephen A has become like Charlemagne the Goofy. Like, how is it that Stephen A, out of nowhere, listen, you know what he's doing? He's gone to where the reason I compare him to Charlemagne the Goofy is because you picking on women who ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You got a sports show, bro. You supposed to be talking about football, basketball, baseball,
Let the people
hockey.
let the people know who he's talking about. What he say?
The young lady from Texas. He went in on a Texas representative, but here's the
Jasmine
problem.
Crockett.
With Jasmine. Here's the problem, though. He's not a political analyst, and this is what really gets to me. I just watched Serena Williams' husband come on the show. Okay. Serena Williams' husband came on the show, and this is how he started the show. Good morning, Stephen A. I heard you had some marital advice for me. What's up? Stephen laughed. He said, no, 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 no. What's up? You was talking about what I need to do with my wife. Let's address that. Stephen A laughed it off again, and he said, the lady his sidekick tried to take it. Yeah, he was just, and he was like, yeah, I get it, ha, ha, ha. Then he turned back, so Stephen, do you have anything to say? And I was like, man, this is like how you really punk somebody on television. Like literally, he asked Stephen A 4 times, yo, say something. Stephen A had nothing to say. Now, when he had Candace Owens on there, when he had all these women that he put on the show, that's where I compare him to Charlemagne the Goofy. Because Charlemagne, all these dudes talk all that junk until somebody come to them and then straight up give them an opportunity. You want to talk some trash, let's get it going. And then they quiet, they laughing, they forgetting about it. You know, it's sort of like if you say, or if I say Lamar Jackson is not what it, he's not a big lights player, I don't think he's a superstar. And then he come on the show and say, so Fat Tommy, what you say? I said, bruh, just based on your play on the field, I don't think you built for the lights, bro. I mean, I could be wrong, but so far your actions have shown me you're not built for the lights. Now, all Stephen A said was that if it was my wife, now mind you, he's not married, but he said if it's my wife and she out trolling her ex-boyfriend, ain't no sense in her talking to me. Really? That's terrible. That's like me coming to Doug and trying to tell him what him and his wife need to be doing.
Right.
That's off limits anyway. What is a
You know,
man?
he said something slick about Sierra and Russell Wilson. He's but I feel you, but another thing I don't like is like just because you got the platform, I still would check you on your platform. Like you said, even if I was your co-host, whatever, like what we do, if I say something crazy, you'd be like, Doug, that's what you're supposed to be. That's my problem. Other people don't check them.
Right, because you know what? We here on the show together. We know each other. So if I get way out of pocket, first of all, we don't always agree.
Right.
I hate the shows where everybody's agreeing and co-signing. That ain't no show. Y'all cannot possibly have the same opinion all the time. But when a person challenges you on your opinion and you don't stand on it, like think about it. You got 3 people on the show. You got Ryan Clark, who is Mr. Apologetic. This man ain't apologized
He's
yet
apologizing
again.
again.
He's on an apology tour. This man apologized again. Then you got Cam Newton, who I'm gonna say Cam is the only one that try to keep it real, but then he be like,
He's a
I'm beginning
hater.
to believe that ESPN
He's
just
a
want
hater.
haters on the show, like
Yeah.
people who because I love Cam Newton, like that's my guy, but then he takes a couple of opinions, like for one, I don't appreciate the way he feel about Philadelphia Jalen Hurts,
Jalen Hurt.
but that's his opinion. He can have that. Now, if Jalen Hurts come on the show and say, "Yo, I don't expect Cam Newton to go," well, ha 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 ha, because Steven wouldn't even answer him. He just laughed it off, ha 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 ha, and his girl tried to say something to save him, and dude kept coming back to it. Hey, Steven, say something. So on your own platform, you were scared to talk. That's just terrible. And then he gonna try to address it afterwards. Man,
He
the man,
always do it. He did the same thing with LeBron. LeBron checked you, and then you come on the platform talking about woulda, coulda, shoulda. No, the man approach you, say what you got to say, and if you feel that way, you feel that way. This what I love. This what I love about. I want people to have to deal with what I have to deal with. I don't care about your money status or whatever. If I say something, if people gonna check me, I think they should check you. If I say something slick about LeBron and he see me, he check me. I want the same thing for our little platform, the same thing as the big platform. If I'm on stage and I'm saying something slick about Will Smith's wife, if he'll slap me at the Richmond Comedy Club, I think he should slap you at the Emmys. It's the same
yes.
thing. That's what I want in this world. I want everybody to have to deal with what I have to deal with,
Well,
violence or whatever.
Jasmine Crockett tends to do that. Like she show up at the show waiting to check somebody. Like she went to Ellen DeGeneres' show, and then listen, after she checked Ellen, the lady came in to show and said, "Hey, Ellen wants to see you 5 minutes before you leave." She looked at her and said, "No, I'm good." Like she didn't even go and speak to her like that. Like you can't disrespect me on television and then
Right.
think we supposed to make up in private. Nah, you can't then tell me I just did that for TV. No, you should have told me that before. Look, this was getting ready to happen. If you're not cool with it, say it now, cause this what I'm getting ready to do.
I
Just
think more checking should go on. Like when Gail King was interviewing Don Stanley after Don Stanley won, and she was like, we always going for counting for Caitlyn. I was like, yo, I'd have checked her right there. That's right, Fat Tommy. It's not enough checking going on.
Well, what happens is this. They not in the real world. See, in the real world, like we live right here in Petersburg, right? If I go on right now, shout out the Petersburg basketball
And in
team. They won
Hopewell,
in
shout out to
Vegas. They
Hopewell.
really do. But imagine I go on here and start having this rant about Petersburg players. Then I gotta go up here to Friendly Grocery. I'm in the store, grab me something. You know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna be like, yo, Fat Tommy, I heard what you said about me. Now I gotta stand on that.
Elaborate
No,
here at the store what you said.
I can't look at him and go, "Oh, that's just TV.
Right.
We just do that for the podcast.
Yeah,
It
that's
ain't
just
really
TV,
real."
bro.
No, 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 no. I got something for your podcast. Get the camera out. We gonna film this. I want you to air this. And that's what the problem is because look, we grew up in a time when keeping it real really mean when real stuff is brought to you, you answer it in a manner. So therefore, Stephen A. thought it was all fun and games when he was talking about shorting their husband for clicks. You know, I'm gonna make it funny. But you ain't got no business talking about no marriage anyway. I mean, you're
Right.
supposed to be a
Right.
dude who's running. You don't hear me running around talking about none of my friends and what they doing with their husbands and wives. Cause right or wrong, that will get you slapped. I
Right.
heard somebody say, if I see somebody cheating, I'm not running and tell, hey, I saw your wife. No, because I seen that go to the left way too many times.
Right.
I'm running up to tell you what I saw your wife do, and you like, that ain't your business. What if you say that? What if you look at me and go, that ain't none of your business?
Right. Right.
So you should just keep your mouth shut. So he had an opportunity to keep his mouth shut. He didn't. And then when the woman's husband came on the show, a billionaire. He said, I'm not talking about relationships. I'm too busy building billion-dollar companies, Stephen. That's what he said to him. He said, I just sold my company for $1 billion. So I don't really have time to be giving people marital advice. But since you got so much to say, tell me now. And he still then laughed it
You
off.
know my nerve always. You ever seen like on Facebook they have a post where they might have a guy in the car and the young lady is pumping the gas, talking about what's wrong with this picture. No, man, your business. That's none of your business. What if he just had back surgery?
Back
It's none of
surgery.
your.
He
I
in the
don't
car
care.
like I'm in the car. I'm trying to, I'd like to pump for my wife. If you feel that bad about it, what you should have did was jumped out the car and said, "Yo, Shorty, I got you," so I can look
What I'm
out and go, "Well,
saying, what
damn."
I'm saying, I don't care what it looks like. It's none of your business. Maybe my wife like pumping gas. She's so independent. We might be in the car. I pump the gas. I got it. No, we're going to pump the gas then. And she
You
pumped the
know what
gas.
happens? No one is see in the '90s. We was in the year of the slaps. Remember? See, in the 90s, you could get slapped. You jump in somebody's business. Why is she pumping her gas? Pop out. That ain't no real eyes out. Bam. You know what I'm saying? That's what would have happened. But now everybody is so politically correct where they think, I'm telling you, they done went too far with trolling and allowing people to say stuff. These little bloggers like Charlemagne that talk about people, and then you out in public, you running across Broadway, ducking traffic because they didn't seen you. That's the kind of stuff that I'm sick of. If you really believe it, then you should really stand on it. And Stephen A., if you really got this show and you're supposed to be Mr. Tough Guy, not even Mr. Tough Guy, you saying that your opinions matter. If your opinion matters, I feel the same way. You have to tell me why. I'll be on here with Lamar arguing with him. He said, well, Tommy, did you miss the game where I did this? I saw that game. But on Mondays in the playoff time, I see those games too, Lamar. I
Right.
think you too emotional because you be slamming your helmet. Now, he might hit me with his helmet. You think I'm emotional? Bow! But then I have to take that
And I
because
was like,
I'm running around.
you just got emotional because you hit Fat Tom with the helmet, bro.
Right. But I'm going to see. I'm talking. I think you should be able to talk about the stuff that matter. You don't hear me talking about nothing about Lamar off the field.
Right.
What I talk about
Personally.
is how he performed his job that we get to rate.
Right.
Unfortunately, he has a job where all the world get to look at him. Like, don't nobody come to the to my classroom and put it online and rate how I did in class. I don't have that kind of job. He has the job where the whole world watches him work. So they all got an opinion about his job.
Especially if you paying these high subscription based apps and all this,
I
YouTube
paid
TV, NFL
$350 just to
package,
see all the
all that.
games. Look, when they starting Shador, I'm gonna get the NFL ticket. So I'm waiting
Lord,
for him to start.
let's not go on to Shador.
They
Let's
say
keep
it's
the people that's
350.
actually playing. Shador, we're not going on a 30-minute
Listen,
Shador rant. He's second string now, and
all
he's
I'm
still
saying
not
is
getting
I'll
it.
pay the
Hey, but
350 when he start
the in
playing.
this
And if he
political
don't do
thing,
good,
are
I'm gonna
you
be
tired?
on here complaining. I'm gonna
Are
say
you
my
tired of
350.
are you tired of the political ass? They're getting on my nerve.
Doug,
I'm so sick of the political ads. It makes no sense, man. I'm so tired of it, man.
I
So and
was
so,
watching one
so
last
and
night.
so, so and so wanted he wanted men to be in the bathroom with your daughter. So and so wanted criminals to bring guns in school. So and so. Look, let me ask you a question. Since I was a baby, I've been hearing about two things: gays and abortion. I mean, a bad man can get elected. All he had to do is say he's not down with gays or abortion. I don't remember the last time I heard somebody getting an abortion, right? And last time gay people is not out here trolling us, killing
They're
us.
not.
You know
Nope.
what I mean? Doing bad things to me. Last time I checked, you know what I'm saying? What is this? What is this, man?
Here's the
I'm so
problem.
sick of hearing about it.
Here's the problem I have. Number one, they filling up my mailbox with too many of these paper ads. It's a lot of trees that done died over politics. That's number one. But number two, there should be a rule they gotta tell the truth. I was laying in the bed last night and
Right.
I heard the commercial say, I don't remember, such and such voted to allow gunmen to bring guns to
What?
school. I said, wait a minute. They had a vote on should we bring guns to school, yes or no? And he voted yes. Like he voted, and then this was
Criminals.
the one. This
Criminals to bring the guns in school.
right. This the one is really fake. Shorty voted for women to use urinals. I said, nope, that is not true. There's no woman standing up at a urinal.
Right.
She goes inside the thing and close. If she self-identifies as a man, she can't stand up and use a urinal. So stop that. I ain't never went in the bathroom and seen somebody turn around backwards or sit on a urinal. That ain't how it goes. So stop it with the lies.
Right.
These are
You're right. You're right. You should be able to, you should have to tell the truth. You know what I
right.
mean?
We know that no one voted for criminals to bring guns. Now I know what she meant, but that's a very misleading. Like that is too far. She voted for criminals to be able to bring guns to school. She voted for men to be in the bathroom to play sports. And what about the women? She also voted for women for women to use the men's bathroom, and not just men in the locker room. She voted for women to be in the locker room too. Then apparently, but y'all making it sway to one side so
It's
that it could be fear, so that we can all be afraid.
right.
This is all fear-based politics, and it's just lies. And I watched the debate. I already voted, but I watched the debate because somebody said, "Hey, watch it." I turned on the debate, and this is what was disheartening to me. I watched Sears, as a black woman, sit up there and be disrespectful, cuss people, not cuss, cut people off all during the conversation. I got no information. It'd be
And
like them
can't
asking.
and can't answer questions.
Right. They're asking a question. They say, Doug, what time is it? And Doug don't say
Well, you
3:45.
know what I want to tell Fat Tommy is that the Cleveland Brown answer the question, Doug.
Right. We talk about the Cleveland. I asked what time it is. And you Cleveland should they should have started Shador 3 weeks ago. I don't know what they're doing. I asked what time is it, bruh? And then when I go to ask the question, well, I think Doug, it's too and then you just cut me off. Like, no, you need to know this. You voted for the clock. I'm like, yo, the debate is supposed to be so we can get information, so we can make a factual choice
Right.
on who we want. They not taking it serious no more, man. Our
And shouldn't they
politicians ain't
and shouldn't
serious.
they have a fact checker on site? Like if you say something that you didn't say, beep, here it is. You know what I mean? Come on, this is
It's
2025.
2026, 2025. We definitely could fact check in real time, and you
Right,
should be called on it. They should be able to go, burn, that's a lie.
right.
Burn, that's a lie. Burn. Like, because it's supposed to be for us to be able to make a decision.
That's right.
So I need to know exactly how Doug fare if I'm gonna vote for him.
Right,
That's all I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't be able to get up there and just straight out lie during the debate, and
right,
then like, cause some people use the debate like oh, well, I saw him in the debate and he said this, and then come to find out it was a lie.
right. So
Oh,
back to the NFL. So now is a big thing of Baker Mayfield. They saying Baker Mayfield is the front runner for MVP. Now Baker Mayfield, he's doing an outstanding job. I got to give that to him. But another thing I want to point out, and when Baker Mayfield now, when he's doing all his antics and stuff, they say, look at his moxie. You know, look at him. That they love it. But at the same token, if another person does that,
hey,
it's cockiness. It's
I'm
this, that,
telling
and the
you,
third,
listen,
man.
it's really old school racism. Because what they are accusing Shador of is they using these words that are race based, lazy. You know how long they've been calling us lazy? Ain't nothing been lazy about black people ever. Then they say he not smart enough to do the playbook. I'm saying, bruh, I watched our offense. I'm pretty secure in the fact that I can now call the Cleveland Browns plays. The playbook is not this super scientist hidden policy that's in there where I'm doing something magical. No, you got a basic. You doing these run check downs, these short check downs that anyone could run. Dylan Gabriel dropped back 52 times.
Wow.
52 times for less than 200 yards. No touchdowns. He got 6 tries in the red zone. He got 3. Then they called a holding penalty, gave him a whole nother set of downs. He tried 3 more times. And what I don't understand is this: why they ain't run the ball? You at first and goal on the 3,
True.
and you trying to pass it in with
True.
a dude who can't see over the middle, and the receivers ain't messing with Cleveland no more, man. I seen the receiver almost get killed. I said, that's a wrap. No one's going across the middle and take that. I mean, the receiver couldn't even get up. He'd hit him with one of them passes. So I really believe that it's nothing more than them not liking. Because if you look at the people they do it to, just look at them. It was Serena Williams. It was her. What was the Williams sisters' biggest problem? They was from Compton and they was too Afrocentric. What was Cam Newton's biggest problem? He was from Atlanta. He was too cool. What
Odell
was Deion?
Beckham. When Odell Beckham showed
Oh,
passion, look at him. He beating up the net.
what was Deion Sanders? Colin Kaepernick. He just had an afro. They just said, man, his afro too big, man. We cannot allow a man with an afro that big take a knee. We ain't going for it. These are the things. It has nothing. Not one time has any of these players been accused of doing anything on the play of field. Think about it. The Williams ain't never had nothing bad about what they. It was their hair, their braids, beads on the braids, crip walking. All of this stuff ain't none of it got nothing to do with tennis. Deion Sanders celebrate. Man, they had one wreck, ain't did nothing wrong. Everything they talking about is his attitude. Shador Sanders. Man, only he got one speeding ticket. That's it. Ain't no drunk driving, no toting a gun, none of this, and they on him. Everybody, it's
So
never about.
so do you think Baker Mayfield MVP status? You think he number one right now? I mean,
Who won the MVP last year?
um, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills.
Let me say this.
You know
I
that Prescott, they had him looking nice, but they just took a L to the Panthers, which was
Yes.
crazy.
Last year I would have gave it to the rookie from Washington. Like if we
Oh,
going because if you're the
oh,
most valuable player to your team, right? And not only to your team, but it's what you did in the league. I don't see these people. Listen, I don't see these people doing nothing so groundbreaking. Like Jaden Daniels took a team that nobody was talking about.
true,
Okay.
true.
Nobody was talking nothing. Nobody or biggest talk about the Redskins was they changed their name to the Commanders. That was it. Well, nobody talking about nothing. Now all of a sudden, this young rookie who no one talked about going high in the draft, none of that, took his team to the championship. Like that is an
And he really
MVP.
did show moxie. It wasn't his fault. He showed, he showed poise and all that.
To me, that's who I would have gave the MVP to last year. This year, this year,
It's a little too
I
early.
mean, we only at the fourth game.
But
Like,
you can see how the media is trying to curve you. They always do that, right? They trying to curve it to Baker
yeah, to who
Mayfield.
they want. Like they were saying Arch Manning should have been the front runner for the Heisman Trophy, and he hadn't even played a game, and now he playing, and they going, ooh, we messed that one up. Like they do it. Listen, it's really about who they like. That's really all. It ain't about who's the best. It's really about who they like.
Yeah.
Because look, I look at them and they keep saying that Cleveland Browns, the coach, he got the MVP coach of the year. I'm saying why? Why did he get coach of the year when he haven't done nothing? What
And
has he
another
done? So
thing,
if we
why
start
gotta
asking
be
these people,
and why do it have to be a quarterback? Hey, nobody's talking about George Pickens. Now,
man, I
George,
didn't. Oh wait, did you see the catch he made yesterday when he
now
fell down, got up?
listen, listen, I had a conversation with our good friend Mike Street, who's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and I
Yep,
whispered to him, I
Steeler
said,
Nation.
"You think we should have kept George Pickens?" He was like, "No, he can't run that many routes. He only can run." I don't know what route he's running now, but whoa,
Listen, a
George
lot
Pickens
of people,
might be the MVP.
a lot of people, what I've noticed, listen, especially even in my class, they take the short clips. Like imagine we don't watch football. Like I watched all the games as many as I could yesterday. Then I sit up there and watch the red zone so I can actually have some reference when I'm talking. A
Right.
lot of people just listen to all the commentators because I listen to people who tell me that Shador ain't ready, right? And I go, whoa, that's what everybody's saying. Now I'm watching them say Shador is ready. And then I'm watching everybody change. So I'm thinking that these people who have these conversations, they just regurgitating information that they heard. It's sort of like when people say,
You don't think Mike Street doing that? I think Mike Street pretty much.
no, Mike is a Steeler fan. I'm
Right.
saying in general, not not
Okay.
not in this situation. No, no,
Okay.
no, no. Because Mike told me he wanted to, eventually he'd like to be a sports radio talk guy, which would be dope if you lived in a city with a sports team. Like that,
Mm.
how that work in Richmond? Like if I be the sports talk guy, well, I gotta either be with the Commanders or the Panthers because we don't have a team. Like when I turn on Cleveland
The
radio, like
Ravens,
they talking about their team. Like you need a team. We don't. Oh, I guess we got the Braves. The not the Braves. What are they called? The Squirrels.
Squirrels.
But don't nobody want to talk about no mid-level baseball team. But at any rate, I think too many of them get caught up listening to the commentators who really
So
don't. Who,
do you think the Ravens are gonna make the playoffs? The Ravens are 1-5. We 4-1. What do you think?
I think the
Hold on,
Ravens
before
are
you say
Washington
that,
this year.
don't I always say the Dallas Cowboys or the Miami Dolphins is the same team? Don't I always say that?
Yes, you say that.
Okay, now go ahead.
I think that it's a wash for the Ravens this year. I don't
Really?
see them doing well. First of all, they talking about Lamar ain't gonna be back till after the bye week. So now, if they don't win these next 2-3
The
games,
bye week
well,
is this, the bye week is coming up right now.
right, that's what I'm saying. So if they don't, not is it this week or next week?
This week coming up.
It's this week. So they don't play Sunday.
Right.
Okay, well if he comes back next week, I still don't
I
see it.
mean, I think Cleveland can beat them. I think Cleveland still, they just think they're gonna run off all these games, but their defense don't look so great. That's the problem.
I don't think they. I don't think they. The only way they go, they got to win it out, and I don't think they win it out. They're not win. They're not getting ready to win all these games. You
Mm,
know why? Listen, this is why. Forgive me, Lamar, if you're watching. I hate to say this, but I don't think Lamar is him. So
man,
because that,
you got tough on
the
Lamar.
only way you go to the playoffs now is if Lamar is him and he gets the whole team to rally around him and they win it out. I don't believe he's that dude. That's
Wow.
just my personal. But
Right?
what I
You
what
entitled
I
your
did
opinion.
what I tried to do was late last night. I tried to go on there and pay for the Steelers to bet on the Steelers winning the Super Bowl. I tried to get that bet in last night, and FanDuel is messing with me. FanDuel, fix y'all site, man, because I tried to do it yesterday, and y'all wouldn't let me. I'm gonna go back in today because I think this might be Aaron Rodgers' year. This seems like a good hero story. The Steelers ain't won in a while. I think that right now it's their time. I just think that it's a timing factor. Like the Steelers is got a culture and built on winning. Now, yes, they haven't been showing that in about the last 8, 9, 10 years, but the fact of the matter is they know how to win. And see, when you go to Pittsburgh, you know that you can win. Given no matter what happens, they are still the Steelers.
You
They
got a
can
shot.
win.
You got a
Yes.
shot.
And you got Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, Aaron is looking good enough to get him in the playoffs. And then Aaron, when it come playoff time, I think everybody steps up. I think this year they go, we really got a chance in the playoffs. So we could just get and it looked like y'all winning the division. It looked like y'all gonna go ahead and win the division. So you win the division, you at home, everybody gotta come to you. Y'all haven't been in this position a long time. The
But
fans,
but we've known to start the season off great, and then
I know, Doug.
at
I was with y'all. That's
the
yeah,
last
I
five
know.
games.
I know.
So
Y'all have done that to me.
all we
But
doing is maintain our composure, and we just wait and see. Let's see what happens. But
I
I think
I
we
don't
won.
think
I think we won wide receiver away. To be honest with you, I think we should have kept George Pickens, and I definitely
man.
would agree with you.
I think with Pickens, the things I'm seeing him do this year, I know some people is going, man, we blew that one. Like he ain't I mean, I ain't heard no problems in the locker room. I
So
listen,
so eventually we got to look at somewhere. Now, if these people go other places and do well, we got to look at. Come on now, we got to come to the conclusion we might have another problem in the organization. That's all I'm saying.
so you mean like Flacco going out here and playing decent, scoring 2 touchdowns, moving the ball up the field for the Bengals? And we just had him last week and he was horrible. Wait a minute. You talking about Baker going over there, they saying that? You talking about them skipping over Dart saying he ain't no good and him playing amazing? Is that what we talking about?
We got
Because
management problems all over the NFL. We don't have quarterback problems. We don't have personnel problems. We got ownership and we got management big problems in the NFL.
let
Just
me
like
tell you
at your
what I really
workplace,
believe it is.
people don't know
I,
what they're doing. And
I
when I
really
told you
believe,
before, I need to put that on a T-shirt. When people don't know what they're doing, it make it seem like somebody's trying to sabotage. They're not trying to sabotage. People don't know what they're doing.
I
Poor
think,
Miami Dolphins. Do you think their coach need to be fired? He was supposed to be a computer genius, and now I guess everybody caught up with the.
no, I know what it is. Dylan Gabriel was a computer genius. They having viruses. Somebody that put viruses in the computer. The systems have been hacked. All these computer geniuses, these play calling gurus, because they said
Yeah,
Kevin Stefanski was an offensive guru. I said, wait a minute. Y'all are in the red zone. Your best this man run the ball in the red zone this year. How could you be an offensive guru? You trying to throw it with a dude that's 5'6", 100 pounds over the middle, and they batting the balls down like they playing volleyball. They playing volleyball, you playing football. What is going on? This is what the true deal is. The football, the NFL is in a changeover. Okay, what I mean by that is the majority of the coaches who we thought was great aren't. A good portion of the players, because the style of the game has changed. Like, they might have been great coaches. Football has speeded up and become this offensive fast game. Remember, it used to be just in the
Running
grind,
pound.
stand, run,
Right.
pound, push the ball 2 yards at a time up the field. That's not what football is no more. Football is you can't hit the quarterback and you can't hit the receiver. Throw the ball long and win these games. Put points on the board. And coaches that aren't doing that aren't good coaches. Quarterbacks that's not throwing the ball up the field aren't good quarterbacks. So the game has changed. It's sort of like when the NBA went from all of this post up, down low. You ain't seen a 7-foot dude in the paint in 20 years. Like, could you imagine Wilt Chamberlain coming in today trying to post up again? Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
he had to shoot threes. Will Chamberlain out there
We don't
trying
even
to shoot
play
threes.
basketball like that no more. And that's where we at in football. Football is changing and it's leaving some people behind. So these
Wow.
coaches who they used to think were good aren't evolving to new football. And then on this, and Patrick Mahomes, who y'all was trying to write off, y'all was trying to write Patrick and Andy off. They showed y'all yesterday that it's a little early for that. A little early to write them two off, because when you have two, listen, they still have good players. They still have a good coach. What they got is everybody distractions. Everybody is making too much money. They winning for too long, and everybody isn't as committed as they used to be. But they looked up and they still in it, and now they're gonna turn around and be like, man, you know what? We could do this again this year. I really think Kansas got a really good shot. I really think Pittsburgh got a really good shot. I really think
Buffalo. What about Buffalo?
I think Buffalo, man, because look, Buffalo got a good shot. Detroit got a good shot. Like, it's
Yeah.
so early.
Man.
Carolina, man, we gonna mess around in It's gonna be
No, it ain't gonna be
Carolina,
no
the
Carolina.
Carolina
But
Panthers.
I lost money. I thought Detroit was gonna win last night, yo.
Well, it's a changeover.
Listen, I lost all the money I won from the girls. We gotta congratulate the Vegas women's basketball WNBA champs, man. Man, Angel Wilson is nothing but the truth. She's the face of the league. She won me that money Friday night, and I lost it all Sunday. But congratulations to the Vegas, yeah, WNBA world champs. She's the GOAT, man. I don't want to hear nothing about that other stuff.
Speaking of the WNBA, Angel Reese just got a joint. She can ready to walk on the runway for Victoria's Secrets. I might go to a fashion show. She can ready to
Hey,
put on some
listen,
panties and
let's
bras and walk the runway.
Hey, let's get out of here. Hey, man, make sure November the 8th is going down. The second annual Petersburg Veterans Day celebration. Saturday, November the 8th, 4 p.m., Old Town Civic Center. Big Daddy Kane is coming to town. Y'all want to check that out. And also, man, I got my new merch up, Culture Mutiny. I got to get you some of this gear, Fat Tommy. Culture Mutiny, all that. Any last words? What you got, Fat Tommy?
Yeah, I would just like to say that everybody in management don't know. They don't. They think
Hey,
they do, but they don't.
they don't. And make sure you check us out every Saturday, 6 p.m. on 91.3 WVSC.
WBST.
Yeah, you can listen online, use the radio app or the tuning app. All right, Fat Tommy.
All right, Doug Evans. Peace.